like he was being mean, but like I don't think he was wrong.
Thanks for tuning in to the No Clearance Podcast. Now subscribe, hit that like button, and enjoy the clip.
No clearance.
Let's talk about Anthony Edwards. I mean, this man, right? Now I'm not too into y'all know I'm not too into sports. If it ain't got shit to do with Boston, I don't care about it. Not that I don't care about it. I love it, but it's love it a little less. So this man, I originally saw the post and it was saying that this woman was like, "Oh, you're the father to my kid. Run me the money," right? Sister thought she hit a lick and then some. Actually, this man said, "Okay, I got you. I'm going to pay everything up front. So one lump sum." Now, I'm going to be honest. As a woman with no kids, if somebody was to give me a lump sum of money to take care of a child, I wouldn't be, I wouldn't feel no type of way about that. Like, I think, like, as long as you're giving me the money so I can make sure little homie's straight, we're good. I think that's majority of the battle is men do not want to pay anything.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like he's, trying to pay something.
At
I don't
least
think it's a bad look.
He don't want to be involved with the child at all either.
Now, okay.
He don't want no involvement with that baby. Nothing
I
at all.
don't think
he don't even
that was
want to
something.
see it.
I don't think that was something she was unaware of though. And this is what I mean when we talked about people having kids and not thinking about the repercussions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure if a man is that adamant, is like, yo, I don't want to see it. I don't want to be in the birth room. We're not nothing. There were points throughout the moment you figured out, oh shit, I'm pregnant, to now you've had the child and you're like doing whatever, that man told you, I don't want this kid. So it's kind of selfish for you to continue to have this child knowing that the home is not going to be fully intact.
Yeah.
And now I'm not going to say, there's been some strong people that have come out of, traumatic, broken homes, so to speak. But if we can avoid that trauma, that'd be great. But I did know that Jalen mentioned some nasty shit that Anthony was saying.
Yeah. So, but not allegedly, she released the screenshots. So basically, when she told him she was pregnant, he was like, "Oh, get an abortion." She was like, "No, I don't want to get one." She was like, "Why are you being so mean to me? I just want to have this baby." And he was like, "I don't want nothing to do with the baby. I told you I don't want the baby. Have an abortion." She's like, "What, do you hate me or so?" He goes, "Yeah, I hate you. Get an abortion." Like, he was very adamant. Like he was being mean, but like, I don't think he was wrong. I mean, it does go both ways. You don't want to have a baby, wrap it up. So I feel like you can't just go in without protection.
I mean, you
can't just go in without protection. Yeah, you can still have a baby with a condom, but like, take precautions. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to have a baby, because allegedly, he has other baby mothers who he said the same thing to, and there was a couple babies around the streets. Got about 2-3 different women said very similar stories. This one just got more popular because this woman, I think her name is Aisha Howard. She's 37.
Aisha? No, I don't know what
Aisha.
That girl Aisha.
Oh man, I know what But she's 37 years old and he's 23. So like, people were like, "Oh, she went into this knowing she could get a bag," and she's like, "No, I just wanted to have the baby. I love him." And
I can see it.
We gotta stop lying.
Yeah,
we gotta stop lying. I'm sorry. Now, don't get me wrong. I think a lot of the young professionals out here, due to them growing up on Instagram and the way these IG algorithms work, them seeing Instagram baddies is damn near like seeing a celebrity, like a real celebrity out here in the streets. And for them to be able to get them, that's probably something they've been talking about since they was kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can understand
like
why Jalen
Green
is with Drea. I can see it. Like, it makes sense. It adds up. But at the same time, when is there gonna be a level of like, I'm actually like respectfully above them? It ain't. They probably look at these women like, yo, that's her.
Yeah.
Like, no, nigga, you are you.
You are
like,
him.
Yeah. But I also say that from a nigga that ain't in professional basketball players. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's also that level of like I can truly get anything I want. That's got to be crazy.
Yeah.
The
That's
ego
got to be
is just wild.
overwhelming. That's
I
got to be
can't
really
imagine.
overwhelming.
So
Overwhelming.
here's the thing. I think sometimes too, and I've thought about this and I've seen videos discussing this too. I think that there is this like culture of like regurgitating bitches. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Let me take that
Explain.
back. Let me not say bitches. Let me women.
Cycling. Oh, my bad.
Cycling. There you go. I think we do a lot
Recycling,
of
yeah.
I'm not gonna say upcycling. I think we do a lot of recycling
Mhm.
of women, but I think it's to your point, it's like a trophy, right? Like, oh, I got Bernice Burgos. Like that says something because you got somebody, an Instagram baddie who is almost for a lot of, typical everyday men untouchable, right? Like they wouldn't have the time or day.
Mhm.
KC, that has made basketball slightly more entertaining in the last 2 years. We have seen
Mm.
moments where players who don't play well any other time in the year,
Mm-hmm.
when they play against somebody who is dating their baby mama, they go off.
Mm.
I'm telling you.
Them
Yeah.
niggas go absolutely crazy on the court, and you be like, I know why, nigga.
Yeah.
They
But
got
here,
mad
Exactly
bars.
what
my
you
my
would do.
thing with that just be too is like there's so many women out here that it's like for y'all to be hooked up on the same 10 or 5
But,
is kind of insane.
but you gotta think about it. It's the same thing as like if you like when you work in a job and there's a certain
Hmm.
type of women around the job that's like if you're a cop, you might end up with a nurse, or if you're a nurse, you
Oh,
might
I
end
see
up
what
with a
you
cop.
mean.
So like
Cause
these
proximity,
women
yeah.
are around where they
Yeah.
go. So like
Mm,
it only makes sense. It's like the in high school that cliques and stuff like that. Like
yeah.
these girls are gonna come around the NBA players because they know NBA players.
They go to the
They
games.
go to the games.
Yeah.
They're
They go to the
there.
after parties. They get invited to the after parties.
Yeah,
So like
that's true. That's
it's
true.
just interesting to see the like
If you want a baller,
yeah.
gotta go where the
But
ballers.
it
Yeah, well,
it's true. It's true. It's just
true.
interesting
Gotta go
because
where the
all these
ballers.
young athletes who get in with these women who are older, but like were Instagram baddies back in like for the last 10, 15 years, it
Yeah.
just makes sense, But to get back to Anthony Edwards, I don't know, man. This whole situation is, I mean, it's cool to pay the whole child support out up front.
Yeah.
I feel like might have to make adjustments for because doesn't child support change over time depending?
If you
It
now,
it
mind you,
goes
this ain't
based
permanent.
off your income.
Goes
Yeah.
based off
So
your income.
like,
Now, this hasn't officially happened yet. He
No,
just
mm,
proposed
he
this.
proposed it. And
mhm.
full
Smartest thing
custody.
you
He
could
gave her
do
full
is say,
custody.
the smartest thing you could do is say, I want to pay for the full 18 right now. Now, if that comes with the with the with the
Adjustments.
ability to be like, if I pay the full 18 right now, this is done deal.
Mhm.
Sure. Now, mind you, somebody like her, I don't know her, but she would, if any inkling of a max contract that ESPN talks about, he's gonna be right
Mhm.
back in the courtroom
Yeah,
regardless.
regardless.
It's
Mm.
gonna be right back in there. Now, mind
Yeah.
you, it could be a smaller settlement, it could be smaller, but if there was some type of agreement that if I pay this up front, we
Mhm.
will never, this can never be brought back up again. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
I mean, I think so. I think to your point, Tyler, because you said, oh, it could be that she wants a bag, right? Like,
Yeah.
everybody knows, like, oh, if you secure you a baller, you're good.
And it's
First of all,
Anthony Edwards. It's not like
these
some regular.
women, I don't feel like these women are thinking thoroughly. If I was to have all the sports in front of me, right? And I was like, now I want to secure a bag. You know what kind of bag I'm securing? MLB. Them baseball
You go
players
back.
make cheddar. You understand? This is what I'm saying. These little girls, y'all up in the pond. I'm trying to bring you to the ocean. Okay? These baseball players, I'm telling y'all, they bring in coins. But I say all this to say, I don't think that she solely did it for money. I think if you're 37 and this is her first child, it could have been like, hey, I don't know when I'm going to get pregnant again, being
Yeah.
honest, right? I don't want to, abort this
I could
child
see
and
that's
then
why she
want a
didn't want to
kid.
have the baby.
You
I
know
could
what I
see
mean?
that's
30,
why she wanted to
not
have it.
saying people are not having babies after 37. They are, but you run the risk of like,
She's old.
complications and things of that
That's a
nature.
geriatric pregnancy.
It, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, so
What it I don't know, man.
I think
I
it's a
hate to say
mixture.
it.
I think it could be a mixture.
I think old boy should have wrapped it up. And he would have been in this situation,
No, this
I
is
mean,
very true. This is
and
very
I
that's
true.
think
valid.
it. But
Mind you, I'm pretty sure he got a
he's facing a
lady.
lot of backlash for this.
I'm pretty sure he got a lady he wasn't loyal to in this
There's
situation.
usually a lady that they're not loyal to.
But
For
I
sure.
don't know, man. I just feel like Anthony Edwards is an incredible basketball player. And when I hear things like this about him, or when I
Yeah.
see things about Ja Morant, and I'm not trying to go on a rant about Morant,
Yeah.
but I'm just bringing niggas up that like have
Mhm.
incredible talent, but you're off the court situations.
Is nasty.
You just think, how great can you actually be if you was like not on the buffoonery?
Yeah. Look at LeBron. Look at LeBron.
I
And
get
you
what
know
you
what
mean.
I
You're
has
feel
never
saying
like?
been in nothing.
I'm just so-
you could surpass. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just so curious that like, and this is I don't know what the psychological term is for this, but like LeBron set the standard so high, you wonder if a lot of these younger dudes like do something stupid on purpose just so they don't have to be in this same
Like
atmosphere as him.
perfect.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a lot of these dudes be like, bruh, I'm not trying to be face of the league. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to be the guy to represent the NBA. I just want to be a basketball player.
Ain't nobody want
And
to
it's a
be the
very
face no
interesting
more.
case.
Nobody want to be the face. Nobody want to be the leader no more.
Nobody wants to step up.
But you
Nobody
got to
wanna
think.
step
I
up.
mean, think about it. Realistically, the moment you step up to be the quote unquote face, you're under the microscope even more. You're scrutinized even more. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's very true.
That's true.
The
Makes LeBron
imperfection
even more
cannot.
respectable.
You can't accept it. I will say there are some players that I think are just they mind their business. I wouldn't say they're in it. Jason,
Jason Tatum.
Tatum.
Man,
Great
mind
guy.
your business.
Very low key, shout out my Celtics, very low key, doesn't do too much, just be low key. We're not
He's
asking you
raising
to
the
be
sun.
perfect, but it's just like
LeMay.
Mhm.
you know what I mean.
His baby
But you
mama
know what
owned a
it go back
salon in
to,
Somerville.
find you somebody who you could build with and just chill. Now if you can't be in a monogamous relationship, be honest with yourself, cool, rock out. You better give out these NDAs like Beyonce and Jay-Z do and keep it cute. I think another part of it is just like we just know too much of their business.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we even know that this Anthony got all these babies that he don't want, gave the same kind of energy to, and they're still having, his child, that says something.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
This may sound crazy. NBA
Oh,
rookies
shit.
should just go ahead and get vasectomies.
I
Once you
mean,
get drafted, snip that thing up.
but
You
that's
can
the
then
only
undo
if
thing that
you-
sucks about that.
That's what
is,
I'm
like,
saying.
you have it for too
You can
long.
undo it.
You can't undo it. You can't undo it if you have it for too long.
Mm.
After a certain amount of years,
Okay.
you can't undo
I mean,
it.
if you're in the NBA, you got money to freeze some of those swimmers.
Yeah, true.
Fair. I mean, I feel like
Like if you really are like somebody that's like, I want to have
years
kids.
worth.
Oh, Jesus.
And if you think about that, I'd freeze a year's worth.
Okay.
I was in the NBA. And, sometimes they ain't viable. I'm just saying, you gotta have backups.
Now, mind you, it doesn't exclude you from getting other things, but at least being
Okay.
responsible
Yeah,
and not take care of a child.
STDs,
You know what I'm saying?
that's those
Come
are
on.
still a thing.
No clearance.